The exhibition is titled New Urban Landscapes, and it looks at how different pieces of local history fit among Gibraltar's scenery, from well-known buildings and monuments to the cannons dotted around the Botanic Gardens and Upper Rock.
There's artillery and guns dotted around Gib that really we take for granted. And I'm looking at one now. There's a couple of guns, a few of them in the Alameda Gardens, which we normally pass by every day and we don't really look at them, but they're there, and they're very interesting. And there's a lot of historical weight to them. For me, it was a pleasure just to paint them and to put them in the context in which they live in the present time.
Has this involved an element of research into their history?
Yes, because obviously, to start off with, for example, I didn't know the names of them, or the year that they were made, or the year that they were not necessarily deployed, but some of them I'm sure were. But we're lucky in that there are a few people here who are very knowledgeable about that sort of thing. So I've tried to tap into that source of knowledge and information.
A photo or video forms the basis for each painting, with Leslie often visiting the subject several times to get the composition just right. This exhibition also reflects his enduring interest in streetscapes.
I'm very interested in the spaces that, for example, buildings create. At the end of the day, that's what most of us experience during our daily lives. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's in Gib. It's also elsewhere. There's one here of a streetscape in Manchester. I was there one afternoon. It was like, sun was setting, and it was a really very interesting scene just to look at, to be there. People passing by and walking, and the colours were fantastic. So I thought I'd better take a photograph of this before it's out of our minds.
In his next collection, Leslie Gaduzo aims to focus on buildings, drawing on his background as an architect.
I think we have a very rich historical architectural heritage. I'd like to tackle some of that. Maybe concentrate in the old town, not the old town, but look at iconic buildings in Gib, and maybe go into that a little bit more.
The New Urban Landscapes exhibition is on at the Face Frames Gallery in Town Range and runs till the 7th of January.